Live from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Seattle Mariners and the Milwaukee Brewers. John Shambi on the play-by-play with you. Chris Singleton providing the color. The headline today, the hitting streak he's been on.
Yeah, an impressive streak. Can he keep it going in this one? Feels like there isn't a pitch he can't hit right now. Looking forward to seeing how they deal with him.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. And taking the ball for Milwaukee, Kyle Harrison. And Singy, we were talking earlier about how he's doing a great job navigating through tough spots.
I've just been so impressed with when it seems like there's more pressure, he's more calm and settles in. He's done an incredible job with runners in scoring position. Most guys, they get a little tight, they start to aim the baseball, but for some reason, he gets looser, the ball comes out of his hand with more life, and he's able to wiggle off the hook of tough situations and get his team back in the dugout.
J.P. Crawford leading things off and takes the strike. Next offering is fouled back. Oh, and 2 now.
He's a bad ball hitter, so even if you get him to chase pitches outside the zone, he still might beat you. Not an easy out by any means.
This one in the air, center field. Mitchell takes it in for the out. 1 away. And now we check out the Mariners lineup. With an excellent arm on the mound, Singy, this won't be easy. They'll need to take advantage of the opportunities that they do have.
You're right about that, Boog. Odds are they won't have many chances against this guy, but if they can rattle him out of the gates, they'll have a shot. If not, look out. It might be a long day for this offense.
Raleigh with an uncharacteristic stretch of poor play lately.
Even superstars have their slumps from time to time, Boog, and he's no exception. He's too good to struggle much longer, though. I'd expect him to turn it around soon.
Just underway here in Milwaukee. And there's the ball. And he couldn't come up with it.
You know, I think he's okay with that outcome. It wasn't an intentional walk, but he wasn't exactly trying to attack the zone either.
Runner on at first with 1 gone. Julio Rodriguez up next for the Mariners.
He's done a great job making contact recently. Working on a nice left.
Ortiz to first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe.
Well, every double play turn starts with getting 1, and even though these players work on these plays during batting practice over and over again, sometimes at game speed you can still mess it up. Could have been 2 outs. Instead, they get nothing.
Base hit into the outfield. Runner around third. He scores, and they have the lead. Now the throw comes in. Runner holds it third.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
So 2 in scoring position with 1 out. This is Willie Castro. He's coming off a 3-hit game. Sunday's series finale. Inside. And it's 1-0.
Great to get on the board in the first frame of the ball game, but here's an opportunity for them to really open things up with a couple of runners on. Let's see if they can cash in.
I thought that was a strike, and here's a challenge. It just didn't go. Still 2 challenges left for them. Traffic on the bases with 1 already in. You're in game 1 of this 3-game set. Big swing and a miss.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone.
Oh, this pitch rides in too far. That got him. He had him 1-2, and he ends up hitting him with a pitch. Rodriguez at third. Naylor over at second. Castro over at first with one away.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
Out towards right center field. Brings it in. Runner catch for third. Rodriguez in to score. And they lead by 2. Now it's Randy Arozarena. That's in for a strike.
Well, I know they've gotten out to an early lead, but you don't want to take these opportunities for granted. 2 outs, still lock in with a quality at bat. Drive in that run. You may not have another runner in scoring position the rest of this ballgame.
2 on, 2 outs. And he couldn't hold back. He's run up on strikes. But 2 runs for him, and they jump ahead. On to the bottom of the first. It's the Mariners 2, and the Brewers coming to bat. This is Brewers baseball on the show, Wisconsin. On the hill for the Mariners, Logan Gilbert. He leads the league in ERA, Siggy.
Yeah, he's always around the zone, Boo. Gets weak contact and makes hitters guess. That's how he's been able to stay on top.
Everything's crisp, movement, mix, location. A little different from your cardio stats, Siggy.
Oh, wow. Okay, well, we know the numbers don't lie. Elite is elite. They'll be leaning on that arm all summer long.
The 0-1. Foul ball. Going 2 now. That's towards center. Rodriguez has a beat on it. And a quick out, number 1. Now the left fielder, Jackson Chourio.
He's been doing a good job knocking in his teammates. Over the last 10 games, he's knocked in 10 runs.
Swing and a ground ball. Crawford fires to first. Just got him on that one. Siggy, it was close. Looks like they want a second to review it and possibly challenge the call if they think he beat the throw.
Yeah, they might challenge it just to kind of roll the dice, you know, Boog, and perhaps maybe they...
Oh, he doesn't get the call. Ball 1. Looked like a strike to me, and here comes the challenge. It just shaved his zone, so they've still got both their challenges. Two down, nobody on. And that is out of play. The 0-2. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Center field. Rodriguez under this one. And he makes the catch. And that will end the inning. Offense held in check there. We move to the second in Milwaukee. The Mariners lead it 2-0. Back here at American Family Field. And stepping in for the Mariners, Tyler O'Neill. O'Neill with some nice production in his last game. 4 runs batted in.
I was really impressed with how he came through for the team in that last game, Boog. The all-time leader in 4 RBI games, Lou Gehrig with 101. I'm just a little further down the list, Boog, with 4.
And that one a little below the knees. 2 balls, no strikes. That's a little bit low. That pitch in for a strike. And now 3-1. Stays alive. Payoff pitch. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Good job to fight that one off. Here comes a 3-2. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. He forced a lot of pitches to be thrown and ends up collecting a hit.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielder to make any sort of play.
Oh, great stop. There's one. Nicely done for the out. J.P. Crawford up next for the Mariners. Fly to center his first time. Crawford working through some struggles lately.
Yeah, they say baseball's a game of failure, and that's true even for longtime major leaguers. Sometimes you'll have tough stretches just like this, but he's an experienced vet. He'll probably right the ship soon.
On the ground. Terang over to first in time. And that is the third out of the inning. Mariners go down quietly there as they're unable to add to their 2-0 lead. Back here in Milwaukee, and now it's William Contreras. Steps in, looking at the WAR leaderboard, and he's right near the top, Singing.
That tells you everything. Offense, defense, base running. He does it all.
Yeah, he's not always flashy, but always valuable.
Yeah, he's that glue guy and a difference maker. That consistency is irreplaceable.
Contreras started after it, tried to hold up. Now a look to first, did not go. The 1-1. No. Contreras recently taking home Player of the Month honors.
And what a show he put on last month, Boog. Really impressive work at the dish, and I'm sure his teammates and the coaching staff appreciate it. Great having a bat like this in the lineup.
Close, but called a ball. Full count now. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Well, a breaking ball in that 3-2 count kind of tells you that that's the pitch he has the most confidence in right now. Just couldn't find the strike zone.
Ball for a strike. Yelich thought that one missed, and here comes the challenge. Good eye at the plate. They overturned the call. They'll keep both their chances. Contreras aboard here at first with nobody out. That's a little high, and it's 2-0. flips the corner.
Man, that pitch was dotted. So much talent on display when this guy's out there on the hill.
That misses the zone, and that's ball 3. Foul ball there. Strike 3, and now just 1K to go for him to reach 1,000 for his career.
With that kind of velocity and elevated fastball, even if it's still in the strike zone, can be tough for hitters to get on top of.
One out man at first. Next for Milwaukee, Luis Lara. That's in there, and it's 0-2.
If he doesn't get a knock right here, that pitch he just took is going to eat at him for a while. You might not see another pitch like that from a top-level guy like this. 0-2 count, you've got the opportunity to expand the zone. Could get the chase there. Let's see what he comes back with next.
And a ball and 2 strikes. Strike 3, and now just 1K to go for him to reach 1,000 for his career.
Oh, it can be so tough as a hitter to pull yourself out of an extended slump, one that lasts for several games, even a week or more. Well, right now, he's really in one, so I'm sure his mind is all over the place, racing, having a hard time sleeping, trying to figure out what can get him back on track, back to feeling more comfortable and settled in the box.
First pitch just misses.
Wow, good luck catching up to that one.
Ball to strike. Late swing, foul to the left. The 1-2. Strike 3, and now just 1K to go for him to reach 1,000 for his career. Brewers strand 1. After 2, it's a 2-0 ball game. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. That's downstairs. And that's ball 1. Raleigh working on a massive campaign right now, putting up some big home run numbers. And another ball.
Well, we've seen him flex some impressive power this season, and there's still a lot of time to go. If he can keep up this pace he's on, we could be in for something really special.
He makes the grab. One down. In there at the knees for a strike. Rodriguez with another scorching run of play lately. Change up on the corner, and that's a strike. Missed with a changeup. Ball 1.
Great job of laying off those pitches down in the zone to even the count off at 2-2. Such a better feeling for the hitter.
This one in the air, center field. Mitchell settles under it. And there's 2 away. Here's Josh Naylor. He doubled home a run in his first debut. And that one pulled foul. Comes up empty. That's strike 2. Just a slow ground ball this time. Throw over to Bowers. Inning over. Nobody left for Seattle, but they hold the 2-0 lead. Back here at the ballpark, coming off a tough series offensively, and a look at those numbers. Oh! Oh! Challenge from behind the dish here. Fights it off. You'll see another. Out towards right center field. Rodriguez takes it in for the out. And there's one down.
Surprised with how patient they've been against the fastball. They've taken a few for strikes now. I'd like to see him show some confidence by attacking those pitches.
Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
Clearly he was sitting on a fastball right there. It just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. Rowley takes it in for the out. 2 down. To the top of the Milwaukee order. This is Bryce Terang.
No hits yet for one of the hottest hitters in the league, Boog, but a lot of game left to extend that hitting streak. I'm impressed that he went right after him on that first pitch. That's the key. Try to get ahead in the count, then you can play around a little bit more as the at-bat expands.
2 down, nobody on. That one to first. Tosses to the pitcher covering the bag. Bang, bang play, and the inning is over. Brewers go down quietly. They're still down. Welcome back as we take a peek at the starting pitching so far this year. This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. And there's one down. Check swing called strike. Strike one. Swing and a ground ball out to short. Throw to first in time.
Good arm side run to that same side hitter right there. Very difficult to put that ball in the air or get through it. Just bores in on the hands.
2 outs, base is empty. Randy or Rosarena up next for the Mariners.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
Called strike right there.
That's the ball.
2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. Knee high, that's in for a strike.
2 strikes to a guy who's already 0 for 1 with the punch out. The only guy in the lineup with that strikeout. But you can't get too relaxed. You still got to make good pitches to get him out.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. Two down, nobody on. Cut on and miss, struck him out, and that'll do it. Mariners are down in order, but they're on top 2-0. Back here at American Family Field, bottom of the inning, Jackson Choria up now for the Brewers. Ball 1, no strikes. Tap foul at the plate. Right through there for a strike. Strike 3, and now just 1K to go for him to reach 1,000 for his career.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
Swings through that one for strike 1. There's a foul ball. The 0-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout. Throws to first in time. Next to hit, William Contreras. Walked his first time. That clips the zone, and that's strike 1. Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Got the top of the ball a little bit, but not much. That was hit pretty hard through the infield, so I think he'll be happy with that swing. Definitely generated some good bat speed.
Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. Off the middle, That's a base hit. So that's 2 straight 2-out hits.
Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
Luis Lara up now for the Brewers. Struck out swinging his first time. There's the strike. And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure.
Strike 3, and now just 1K to go for him to reach 1,000 for his career. Brewers strand a couple. They trail it here 2-0. Ready now for the 5th inning, and stepping in for the Mariners, Tyler O'Neill. The 0-1. Swing and a hard hit grounder to third. Slinging it to first in time. Singy, here's a look at his pitch breakdown for the game.
Well, he's known for that four-seamer, Boog, and we've seen plenty of it from him today. You don't throw one pitch this much without having plenty of confidence in it. Minimal damage against him to this point. We'll see if the lineup forces him to make an adjustment.
Check swing, and he went. That is strike 2. Got him swinging. That pays his 3rd of the game. Back to the top of the Seattle order. J.P. Crawford getting ready to hit. And a base hit. And they have their first hit since the 2nd inning. That one the other way. And nasty stuff. One left for Seattle. They're up 2-0. Back here in Milwaukee, we head to the bottom of the 5th. Garrett Mitchell up now for the Brewers.
Well, these fans definitely want to get involved in the game. All it's going to take is to get the leadoff man or even a base runner on.
And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. He's in the top 10 for most stolen bases in baseball right now, Siggy. You can't ignore him when he gets on base. 0-1 gets a check swing. Appeal to third. No swing. Is a 1-1. Just missed. That one's in there. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Short hop liner handled it short. It's there, and that's a great play.
Well, I think the key, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line. Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
In there at the knees for a strike. Strike three, and now just 1 K to go for him to reach 1,000 for his career.
That was a well-executed slider away for the strikeout right there. First two pitches filled up the zone and got him ahead 0-2 in the count, and at that point, you can start expanding the zone as a pitcher. He made him chase and got the quick strikeout.
Hamilton batting for the second time, and that's strike one. The Mariners leading by 2, last half of inning number 5.
Tried to backdoor him with that slider right there, but just missed off the plate. Good pitch, though.
Strike 2.
Well, this offense has just been locked down. Almost 5 full innings of shutout baseball.
No, that's a ball.
Strike 3, and now just 1 K to go for him to reach 1,000 for his career. Still nothing on the scoreboard for him after 5. This is Brewers baseball on the show, Wisconsin. Back here at American Family Field. Close game here, and a chance now to look at a few highlights from this one. Julio Rodriguez, the next to hit. That one finds the zone. Strike 1. Line to second, snagged on the bounce. Oh, he throws it away. Doesn't get too far away, so no one moves up.
Just kind of sailed that throw and pulled it across his body towards the right field side of first base, and usually that means the fielder just didn't square up his shoulders to the target, and I think that throw had just as much to do with his footwork as anything else.
Pitch misses there. Ball 1. Rodriguez gets his lead at first. Nobody out. On the ground to the left. And that's a fair ball. Lead runner holds up. They're at first and second with nobody out.
Everyone's trying to elevate the ball in today's game, but if you can hit a ball that hard on the ground, it's going to find some holes.
And now Willie Castro. That smash towards center. And there's one down. Ball 1.
Could use a ground ball here. Up it in the infield. Runner at first base. Get 2. Get out of this.
Ribbed, and he can't glove it. It's by. Fires it to the plate. And he's out.
Excellent job. That's the way to come out firing right there. Very aggressive and ready to show off the arm. Keeps the run for scoring.
Now it's the DH, Randy Arozarena.
And dude, I'd say he's cool.
That's in there. Strike 1. That one hammered, but pulled foul. 2 outs. Swings, and this one's flared. Fair ball. Plays it on a bounce, and it deflects away. In comes the run from second. Now the throw comes in. Runner holds it third.
Comes through with the RBI. Just a flare down that right field line, and he got it to drop in fair. I guarantee you, he was yelling, get down, as he ran out of the box, because, Boog, sometimes you just got to talk to him.
Fouled off. 0-1 now. Fouled off left side. One-two now. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Swing and high fly ball left field. Pretty well struck. Carrying well. Out of here. Tyler O'Neill sends it out. His 7th home run of the season. And they throw 3 on the board. It's 6-0.
He's really seeing the ball well lately. Good things are going to happen when you're locked in like this. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit. Spent on some other pitches in this at-bat. Was very patient, and it paid off.
So 2 down. Rob Refsnyder now at the plate.
Well, a really rough inning out there on the mound. And this is one of those where you learn a lot about a guy's toughness and his ability to turn the page and keep pressing forward.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Kyle Harrison is done, and he's not going to be happy with himself. New pitcher on the mound in a moment. Here comes the new arm for the Brewers, Chad Patrick.
Well, he's been a really tough guy to take deep this season. You usually have to string some hits together in order to get to him.
Refsnyder in his 9th season, 34-year-old vet, and he's a native of South Korea. Fought off foul. Swings through that one out front that time. Up the middle. Sends it to first. They were happy to just get off the field after that. 3-run shot for Seattle. The lead has exploded to a half dozen. You're watching Brewers baseball on the show, Wisconsin. Back here in Milwaukee, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Bryce Terang up now for the Brewers.
Well, in an 0-0 count, not every strike is a good strike for a hitter. I like the plate discipline there.
The Mariners have some bullpen action for the first time. Edward Bizzardo, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Kramer also throwing. Popped up. Takes it in for the out. And that's off the inside edge. And that's ball 1. Catcher challenge. We'll take another look. Just caught the zone by a whisker, and the call is overturned. So they get to hang on to their second challenge.
one.
The 2-1. Bottom of the zone and a called strike. Chorier not happy about that called strike. Here's the challenge. So the call will stand. One challenge remaining for them now. The Brewers with a lot of ground to make up here in the bottom of the 6th. Close one, doesn't get the call, and the count's full. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. That's ball 4. Tried another fastball, but missed the spot.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
Now here's Jake Bauers. His righty-lefty splits there. Runner takes off. Pitch in for a strike. And that's a stolen base. Not even close. Man at second. And ball 1. Gilbert checks the runner. Chorier back in on a dive. The 1-2. Strike 3, and now just 1 K to go for him to reach 1,000 for his career. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one. Ball 1, no strikes. Out towards right center field. He's there. He's got it. And that is that. So another good inning for him on the mound. 6 shutout innings now. This is Brewers baseball on the show, Wisconsin. Well, this game isn't very close, Singy. Let's see if we got any messages from those tuning in today.
I know we got some good stuff in there.
All right, Singy, when you played, how much of a fashionista were you? Would you come to the ballpark dressed to the nines?
No, I wouldn't. Even on the road trips, I was pretty average. There were some guys that could dial it up, and there'd be some outfits where you're kind of double taking and saying, where in the world are you going? But overall, I'd say I kept it low-key.
In time. Yeah, you see some guys into the fashion nowadays and big on the gram, as the kids like to say. Post their fits, right? That's what you say?
Is that what it is?
Fit, your fit, your outfit, your fit.
Got a little drip around the neck, too.
Yeah, believe it. Scale of 1 to 10, how old do we sound right now?
Really old, like close to Social Security benefits.
Yeah. Chop back up the middle. Fires to first on the run. On the money. Nice play. Two down, base is empty. And now it's Julio Rodriguez. 0 for 3 in this one. That pitch in for a strike. 0-1. Rodriguez wants another look at the called strike. It's a challenge. And the strike is overturned after review. They'll keep their remaining challenge. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the top half of inning number 7. That's ripped into the outfield. And that's got extra bases written all over it. Safely into second. He's got a double. Well, he waited until the 7th, but that's the knock that'll extend his hitting streak. Cindy, how much does it weigh on your mind when you're coming to the plate in the late innings with a streak going?
Yeah, quite a bit. And a hitter's supposed to say he's only focused on the current at bat. But, man, honestly, it's hard not to know that if you don't come up with the hit, your streak's over.
In plenty of time. But first, that ends the frame. Mariners lead 1. They lead it, though, 6-0. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Edward Bizzardo.
And you know, bullpen guys can struggle sometimes when they're called upon with big leads because it just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game. So we'll see how sharp he is. Your mental toughness matters in situations like this as well.
Here comes Christian Yelich. 1 for 2. Yeah, there's the strike.
Well, he had a pretty good look at that pitch and not sure exactly what tied him up there. Couldn't pull the trigger. And perhaps the best pitch he'll see in this at bat to hit.
The 1-1. Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the zone. Set down on strikes. That was pretty nasty.
Well executed pitch on the outside part of the plate.
Yelich wants to challenge this, thought it was a ball, and it's going to stay a strike. So that removes their last challenge. The M's up big in this one. Here the bottom of the 7th.
That's the ball.
Swing and a high fly ball to left. Ref Snyder takes it in for the out. 2 away now. Here's the center fielder, Garrett Mitchell.
Well, a good slider from an opposite-handed pitcher has to stay in that tunnel just a little bit longer. Otherwise, recognition can cause you to barrel it up. And right there, the hitter clearly couldn't do anything with it.
2 down, nobody on. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. High fly ball, right field. And that is that. This one pretty well decided at this point. Back here at American Family Field, and stepping in for the Mariners, Willie Castro. To the right side, and it goes just foul.
Well, these Mariners, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. We've heard lots of loud noise coming from their bats in this one, haven't we? I mean, they've logged 6 hits at 90-plus exit velocity, and that doesn't happen by accident.
That's to third. Hamilton throws to first in time.
With all of those hard hits, the guys are going to love seeing the spray charts after this one. It's clear they're not just getting lucky up there right now.
The other way. That's his 2nd hit of the day. And that's going to get into the corner. He's in at second with a 1-out double.
Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Now, Randy Arozarena. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly, but plenty of time to recover, and that's the second out. Two outs and a runner at third, and we're in the top of the eighth. Up the middle. Over to first. Third out, and that ends the frame. One left for Seattle, but they're on top by a count of 6-0. Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming schedule. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. Check swing went around. That's strike two.
Whoa.
Breaking ball misses outside.
For that, the play could recognize slider out of the hand. Didn't stay in the tunnel very long in terms of depth and perception. He knew right away it was an off-speed pitch.
3-2 on the way. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. And there's one away.
I love to see guys compete, and I know he's frustrated that he wasn't able to do anything with that pitch. You see it so well, but you have to respect the upper 90s velocity. Man, it is hard to catch up to.
Whoa.
Right through there for a strike. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. This one's close. Could be trouble. Around first, heading for two. And that's a double.
Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
And a little something extra at stake in this at-bat as he's hitless so far with his hitting streak in jeopardy. Foul ball. And it's second. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Coming home. He'll score with an RBI single in 6-1. That extends his hitting streak to an even dozen. Singy, will opposing pitchers start to take notice when a guy's on a roll like this?
Yeah, I think so, Boog. It's not like it changes the scouting report on a guy or anything like that too much, but you're aware of who's swinging the hottest bat, and that's definitely him right now.
Runner on the move. Next offering is fouled back. Man at first, one away. This one in the air, center field. Rodriguez moving under this one. And there's two away. Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Edward Bizzardo gives way. We'll be back in a minute with a new. So out of the bullpen for the Mariners, Dean Kramer.
Well, he's been hit pretty hard at times this season, as you see with the big ERA. So this is an important outing for him to get on the right track.
Jake Bauer up now for the Brewers. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout. Runner on the go. Never down the right side, the foul. Terrain off the first with 2 away. That one hit the knees for a strike. Runner on the go again. Pitch misses. Saves it second, and he easily steals the bat. And that extends his lead for the most stolen bases in baseball. That's a base hit. Terrain around third. He will score. It's 6-2. In the air, right side. O'Neill on the move. That is the inning. Back here in Milwaukee. All set to start the 9th in this one. Rob Refsnyder digs in now. And that's in there at the knees. Foul tip. Oh, that got our umpire. And it looks like it got him upstairs. The 0-2. Cut drive misses. That's a strikeout. And a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th. Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Chad Patrick won't go any further tonight. New pitcher now, Jarred Koenig.
Bringing in the lefty with the left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
Yo, that's the ball.
That one catches the zone, and a count 1-1. Koenig, in his 3rd season, he features a sinker, a cutter, a curve, a changeup, and he works in a 4-seamer. Here's a 1-2. Waves at the fences with a strikeout.
That's a pretty nasty pitch right there. I call it a power curveball in the 80s. It's got so much spin on it, and you really don't have a lot of time to sit back and watch what it's going to do before you have to commit. It's a good one for the swing and strikeout.
Riley stands in now and watches strike 1. Swings over the top of that. Ground ball right side and foul ball. On the ground, and that's just foul. Two down, nobody on. This one chopped up the middle. Jumps, throws, and they get the out. Mariners go down quietly there. They lead it 6-2. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now it's Christian Yelich. That one is hammered right field. Going back on this one. It's gone! Christian Yelich leaves the yard. His 28th home run of the season, and they inch closer. It's 6-3.
Things might get pretty interesting if they keep connecting on pitches like that. I wasn't sure he hit that one as hard as he needed to get it out of here, but it had just enough behind him for the homer. What an attempt at the wall there. He really gave a terrific effort to try and bring that one back.
Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Dean Kramer departs. It's a 3-run game, and we'll be back to tell you about the new arm in a minute. Gabe Spire comes out trying to close it out.
29 saves on the season, so he's looking for number 30 right here. He's been big for him in the back of that bullpen.
Gets the outside corner with that one.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
Here's your one. That went upstairs, ball one. Close one, doesn't get the call. Ball two. Fastball is outside. The Mariners trying to close out a 3-run lead. We're in the last half of the ninth inning. Started at the 3-1. Now a check. And down to first we go. No, he held back. That's ball four. Next for the Brewers, Garrett Mitchell. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. Pitch hitter coming on. Brandon Lockridge. A runner at first for him, nobody out. This is again 5 in a row. One on, nobody out. A run in here in the last half of inning number 9. Well struck. That's back there. And brings it in at the wall. Up now for Milwaukee, Joey Ortiz. Delivers a big in for a strike at 95.
This is one of those situations the infielders have to pre-plan and understand that the ball's going to be hit extremely hard right at them if they're going to have a chance to go for another play.
The 1-1. Right through there for a strike. Love over at first with one away. Here's the pitch. Runner on the go. It's fouled off. They'll do it again. Struck him out swinging. Just one out remaining for the Brewers.
Oh, really went aggressive in with that slider. Good two-strike pitch right there. At worst case scenario, it's weak contact as well. Exactly what we're looking for.
The Brewers go under the pitch hit. Andrew Vaughn. Runner on first and 2 down. Here, bottom of the ninth, down to their final out. Here's the second baseman, Bryce Terang. There's the strike, 95 that one. They're down to their final strike. Here, bottom 9, and the whole team trying to rally to at least tie it up. That one just misses. Ball one.
That turns out to be a really good take right there. But you want to end this game with the bat on your shoulder.
Out to center. He's got it. Ball game. And the Mariners take game 1 of the series on the road. 6-3 our final score. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shampi saying so long. Here in Milwaukee, we're ready for MLB The Show's Game of the Week. It's the Seattle Mariners and the Milwaukee Brewers. With Chris Singleton, I'm John Schaumburg. We get a chance to watch one of the hottest bats in the game. He's been huge for his team, Singy.
Yeah, just impressive contact and seems to find every gap available, Boog. I can't wait to see him in action in this one.
First pitch coming at you right after the break. And on the mound now, Dustin May. But Chris, he hasn't exactly been stellar here on his home mound.
Well, I'll say this. Every player wants to perform well at their home ballpark, in front of their fans, in front of the city. And you know this guy no different. He wants to be more effective here. So, you look at the numbers. They haven't been great at home. I'm sure he wants to turn that around, and we'll see if he's able to start that in this one.
J.P. Crawford, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one. To the right side, Terang. Throws to first in time. And now we check out the Mariners lineup. We could be in for a power showcase today with the wind blowing out, a lot of lift and separate, Chris.
We know hitters are in this era definitely trying to hit the ball in the air regardless of the conditions, but I think even a little more so there's margin for error if you can get the ball up in the air. So, you'll see at times, I'm sure, with two strikes, what looks like a half swing they can get out of the ballpark with a hitter who's got decent pop.
Fires to first in time. And now it's Julio Rodriguez. He is quite an athlete. I mean, you look around the other sports, basketball, football, you feel like he could thrive in one of those sports too. Check swing called strike. It's 0-1.
Oh, one.
Comes up empty. That's strike two. Pats and misses. It's a strikeout. Now it's the Brewers' turn. It's a scoreless ball game. Back after this on the show. Back here at American Family Field. And taking the ball for Seattle. George Kirby. And Singy, it's unique these days, but he's more of a pitch-to-contact type of guy.
Yeah, Boogie, he doesn't rely too heavily on the strikeout. He knows he needs to miss barrels, get some soft contact, let the defense do work behind him. And I think a guy like that can keep a good tempo, don't give hitters time to adjust or think. They can move through a ball game, and you look up, they're in line for a quality start. We'll see what he's got in this one.
The 1-0. Swing and a foul back. That's out of play. Here's a 1-1. Swing and a ball lined out towards center. One up, one down. Let's take a look at the Brewers lineup. This is a ball club that can really slug. Lots of homers, lots of extra base hits. And Chris, that of course a huge part of success in the standings for this group.
In today's game, hitting with power is essential, Boog. With pitchers throwing 95 and above, stringing hits together is hard to do. So home runs and extra base hits are crucial, and that's exactly what they've been doing.
That's too low. Ball one. Now, power is such a big part of the success that we see with the good teams in the league right now, and even in the postseason. Foul ball. And a ball and 2 strikes.
Ball.
Next offering is outside. And there's ball 4. One down. Next for the Brewers, Jake Bauers.
Definitely scuffling at the dish lately. Only 2 hits over the last 5 games.
That clips the zone. 0-1. Runner takes off. Pitch misses in. Safe at second, and that was not close. On a line out towards center. And there's 2 away.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Well struck left field. One hopper off the wall, and that should bring in the run. The run from second. And that is that. We move to the second in Milwaukee. All set for the start of the inning. So now it's the Mariner cleanup hitter, Taylor Ward. That one finds the zone. Strike 1. And that's in there at the knees. Patrick Johnson behind the plate.
Patty Johnson the Sunday, but I'd ask permission first before I called him up. Does a pretty good job out there. Occasionally we'll see a couple of sideways looks from players, but that kind of comes with the territory, right?
Plays it on a bounce, and it deflects away. Runner holds up at second. 2 aboard now.
Couple of singles back-to-back. Solid swing from start to end. On time with everything. Really good balance. Nice extension. And he headed out front for the line drive knock.
In the air, left field, down the line. And that drops foul. 0-1 down. Bounce to the right. And that's just foul. Foul off the plate. They'll do it again. In the air to left center. Chorier under it. And there's 1 away. Two aboard with 1 out. Now it's Randy Arozarena.
Got to lay off that pitch down. So all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Bouncer to second. Turan. Feed to second, that's one. Throw to first, but he beat it. There's the strike.
Ball inside.
That crosses the plate, and now they're just one strike away from getting out of this mess. Castro wants another look at the called strike. It's a challenge. And that one did miss, and the strike is overturned. They'll keep both their challenges.
And he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Swinging a ground ball, flips it, and they get the out. After an inning and a half, it's 1-0. Bottom of the second. So here's the Brewers DH, Christian Yelich. Yelich went deep in his most recent game. Yelich with some impressive production lately. This one's deep. Christian Yelich blasts one the other way. His 29th of the season, and they boost their lead. It's 2-0. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now.
That's an impressive swing of the bat to go over the wall to the opposite field gap. And there are a lot of guys that just don't have the pop to do that. And probably just as many who don't have the approach either. He let that ball travel. He got great extension on the follow-through to drive it out of here.
I got traded 3 times in the offseason in my career. He's adjusting to a different set of teammates, different routine, different vibes altogether. It'll be interesting to see how he performs.
And the 0-1. Right side, Castro. Gets it to first, and that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer. Now, Luis Lara. Lara with some struggles at the plate recently, not uncommon for rookies. Fought off foul.
You know, Boog, at the start of my career, I got only 3 hits in my first month, but I kept at it, and I finished the year hitting 300. I know he's going through it a bit right now, but he's capable of figuring it out.
That one finds the zone. That is strike 2. Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. 2 away now. That's a base hit. And that extends the inning. Getting ready to hit. Line drive to short and caught. Christian Yelich crushes this one for the Brewers. It's now a 2-0 ball game. 3rd inning coming up in MLB The Show's Game of the Week. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been playing well. O'Neill with a homer in his last game. Late on that fastball. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Well, he made pretty quick work of him right there. You look at the sequence, everything down at the knees and below. And some guys are good low ball hitters, but right there, they clearly had a plan to pound that part of the zone, and he wasn't able to put up much of a fight.
Sliced hard, but foul. Hammered down the right side, but foul. Oh, 2 now. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one. Cal Raleigh now at the plate. He's one of the best players in the game. Raleigh, a former Gold Glove winner, batting second in today's lineup, and he's a former home run derby champ. Here's a rip to short, but he's there for the 3rd out.
That one was ticketed for the gap, but couldn't get through security. Great job there on leaping, making the catch, and ending the inning.
Back here in Milwaukee as we go to the last of the 3rd. Bryce Terang up now for the Brewers. Kirby back to work.
The pitch backed up a little bit, expecting it to go middle away, and it just sort of stayed on the inside corner. Probably good take, because he would have gotten jammed had he swung the bat.
That one in there across the letters. In the air, left side. Ward sizing it up. Then there's one down.
Yeah, the biggest storyline coming in was just how hot he's been. Haven't seen it yet today, but it's still early, Boo.
And first offering is fouled off. Ground ball, Naylor. He takes it on his own, and 2 straight set down to begin the bottom of the 3rd. Knee high, that's in for a strike. Next offering is fouled back. 2 down, nobody on.
I don't think he was trying to miss by that much in a 0-2 count. Just tried to overthrow that pitch.
Some heat there at 98 miles an hour. Nobody left. As we go to the top of the 4th, and stepping in for the Mariners, Julio Rodriguez. That pitch gets the inside corner. Strike 1.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average. That's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
Whoa, that counts.
Got him looking for the kill. And that's 4 strikeouts. Rodriguez wants to challenge this, but it was a ball. That one was indeed a strike. 1 challenge remaining for them now. Here's a high chopper. Vaughn. Throw to first in time. 2 down, base is empty. And now it's Josh Naylor. Single to right in his first trip. Ball 1 low. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Still manages a throw, but it's not in time. Base hit.
Well, with his speed, he doesn't get a whole lot of those infield hits, but he was giving it everything he had right there. That's one of those you classify as just too hot to handle. Hit it on the screws, and it couldn't be fielded cleanly, but you can't really blame the defense in that case.
That's a strike.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First two pitches by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the wall. He's going to have to figure something out and figure it out quickly.
The 1-2. Line drive. And that should be extra bases. Coming home. The relay. And he's out. Right there. Cut down, and that ends the inning.
Man, I think his legs are feeling good in this one. He really tried to stretch it there to go from first all the way to home, but he ran out of steam a little bit as he came around third. Great relay from the defense, a quick tag at the plate. Down the way.
Welcome back. As we take a peek at the starting pitching so far this year. Inside. And that's ball one. Chris, he's their team leader when it comes to RBIs. In the air, right field. O'Neill on the move. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And there's one away.
Over 80% of his first pitches are strikes. If you're doing that, you could have a really good day out there on the mound.
In the air, left field. And no one can get to it. It's a foul ball.
I want to start that load a little bit sooner because of the good relay.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air, shallow left field. That gets down for a hit. So a man aboard now with one away. Andrew Vaughn now. Grounded out his first time up. Runner on the move. This one in the air, center field. Rodriguez under this one. 2 down. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one. Yelich off of first with 2 away.
0-1.
Check swing, but he went too far. 1-2. Yelich goes. This one in the air, right field. O'Neill getting an angle on it. Makes the catch up against the wall. Welcome back to the ballpark as we check out the current playoff picture. And a foul ball.
Well, these Mariners, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
Just missed. And 1-2.
Probably the best one we have seen. Throwing it where he wanted to, have a nice tight spin to it, and a teaser just off the edge of the plate.
On the ground at first. And it finds its way through for a hit. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate. Foul ball there. That one not close. And that is ball one. And that one ripped to left. Dive in. It gets down. Could be extra bases. Rosarito flies around third. And now they trail by one.
Big time at bat right there. Comes through, and they're back within a run. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Here's Tyler O'Neill. This one's smoked on its way out of here. Tyler O'Neill sends it out. It's his 8th home run of the year. And the Mariners have the lead. It's 3-2.
The one thing the pitcher didn't want to happen just happened. That's not an easy one to stomach. Can be tough to bounce back after a big home run, but nobody on, nobody out. This time it triggers a fresh inning.
And a base hit up the middle. And man aboard.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive in the center field. So that definitely felt good.
Cal Raleigh up next for the Mariners. This guy is one of the best athletes in the sport. Comes the 0-1.
Well, the big bat's coming up and a home run already surrendered. He's really going to have to execute against these next couple of batters.
Not even close there. Ball 2. This to third. Bounces into the outfield for a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out. Third. Over to Terrell. 1 and 2.
It's so easy, but it is far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Now the left fielder, Taylor Ward.
He's been really clutch with runners in scoring position this season, so they'll have to be extra careful in this matchup.
2 outs and a runner at third. To the top of the 5th. That one inside. Ball 2.
Good pitchers make pitches in big situations, and right here at the middle of the order hitter off runner in scoring position, he's got to find a way to throw a quality strike.
And ball 4 to a board. And here comes the Brewers manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Justin Miller won't go any further tonight. And it's going to be a start that he'd like to get a redo on. Not his best. That's what turn to the lefty in this spot, D.L. Hall.
Bringing in the lefty with the left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
And Naylor swings through that one. Crawford on third. Ward on at first for 2 down. That's a strike, and he inches closer to getting out of the jam. Got him swinging for the strikeout. They limit the damage here. 2 come in on this Seattle homer. It's now a 3-2 ball game. It's the game of the week on MLB The Show. Back here at American Family Field, we head to the bottom of the 5th. Joey Ortiz up now for the Brewers. That's in for a strike.
Pretty rare location right there, right down the middle. This guy paints the edges. Not sure if you're going to see that pitch again as a hitter.
That clips the corner.
Well, he didn't like those first 2 pitches down an 0-2 hole. He's going to have to battle if he gets a mistake.
Next pitch misses outside. And that's ball 1.
That's a really good take.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. 1-2 now.
You don't want to get beat by a fastball in. And he spits on that one.
That misses. Full count now. Cooper Pratt up next for the Brewers. Stays alive. Called out on strikes. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. Big swing and a miss.
Another 0-2 count right here. Pitcher just in the driver's seat. He can go anywhere he wants to go right here.
Ground ball right side, straight through. And the tying run is on base.
Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team to bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get beat.
Back to the top of the Milwaukee order. Bryce Terang will hit next. First pitch misses. Tying run is at first. Last half of inning number 5. There's a strike. Nobody on the team has more stolen bases than he does this season, Chris. Sharp grounder. That's through for a big hit. Rodriguez hustles to get it. And he forces the runner to hold on at second. 2 on with 1 away. That ups his hitting streak to lucky number 13.
The Baker's dozen, Boog, and it doesn't seem like a huge number, but anytime you get to the point where you've hit in every game for almost 2 weeks straight, that's a sign of what kind of rhythm you're in.
He's been hotter than a car seat in July in Phoenix, but today he's got the AC on blast, Boog. We're not seeing the same mojo in the box. It just takes 1 swing to get back on track.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boog.
2 on, 1 out. At the outside corner is the ball in 2 strikes. Moving in the bullpen, Jose A. Ferrer, left-hander, getting that big fastball of his ready to go. Silhouette getting cranked up as well. move to the gap. Makes the grab, and there's 2 out. Away at second. Strike 2, and there's a real chance they get out of this without allowing a run. That one just misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Didn't get the result he wanted, but that's a nice pitch right there.
One in the air, center field. Rodriguez coming on, and that's the inning. Welcome back. It's been a great game, so let's take another look at the most important moment so far. Brendan Donovan digs in now. On the ground, and that chance handled. Throw to first is in time. He's in the top 10 for most stolen bases in baseball right now, Siggy. You can't ignore him when he gets on base. On the ground to first, Vaughn. Takes it himself. 2 quick outs to open the top of the 6th. 2 outs, base is empty. Willie Castro up next for the Mariners. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. And he'll just eat it, so that's an infield knock. Now it's the right fielder, Tyler O'Neill. Can't forget the 2-run shot he launched out of here in the 5th.
Yeah, one of the biggest swings of the game, Boog, as he looks to make even more of an impact in this at-bat right here.
Ball 1.
O'Neill goes 5 feet 11 inches, 200 pounds. And he was a 3rd-round pick back in 2013. Over to first. That's the inning. Mariners lead 1, but they're up 3-2. Back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound. Yasver Zulueta.
Still a lot of game left, and this game could go either way. So this is a big opportunity for him to get some important outs and try to help carry this lead into the later innings.
Fastball for a strike. Chris, he's been one of the most powerful hitters in baseball this year. His home run numbers are good enough to put him top 5 in the league.
That's inside.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
Ground ball left side. Donovan fires in time. Going back. And it is another homer. His 2nd home run of the game, and they tie it up. It's 3-3. He only needed 1 swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, dude. Aggressive, and it paid off.
Dude, I wasn't sure he hit that one as hard as he needed to get it out of here, but it had just enough behind it for the homer.
What an attempt at the wall, though. He really gave a terrific effort to try and bring that one back.
So up next, Andrew Vaughn.
Oh, that's it.
The 1-0. On the ground, right side. throw to first in time. Popped up to the left into foul ground. Brings it in, and that'll do it. Just one hit in the inning, but it was a big one right here. We go to the top of the seventh. Here's the Mariners leadoff man, J.P. Crawford. And takes low for ball one. Popped up left side. Ortiz settles underneath it. One down.
No, that was a pitch you got to crush. Unbelievable that he missed it right there. And I'm telling you, he is going to be frustrated with himself until his next at bat.
All tied up here in the top half of inning number 7. Smash towards center. 2 up, 2 down.
Great swing of the bat right there. Trying to get on as that go-ahead run just wasn't able to find a hole.
Rodriguez stands in the 2 away as he takes a ball. And another ball.
When you get ahead in the count, there's no doubt that the success rate goes up. And that's what he's been doing. It's made a big impact for him in recent games. When we get to this part of the order, yeah, there's some pop there, but more likely there's some base hits. So very important to be patient. Let the pitcher walk you if he will.
That one misses. And now 3-2. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Two down, nobody on. And they'll do it again. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. On the ground to the left. And foul ball. Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. We didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout. Nobody left for Seattle, so no change in the score. It's 3-3. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary. Ground right side. 1 pitch and 1 out. Here's a 1-1.
Oh, that's too high.
Oh, that one upstairs. Late with the swing there.
Boom, that's cheddar, baby. Swing and he breaks his back.
It's there, and that's a great play. Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Yasper Zulueta done for the night, and it's a tie ball game as he heads for the dugout. Back with a new arm after a quick break. Pitching change here, Matt Brash.
Well, he's a big-time strikeout guy out there. This season, averaging more than 1 per inning.
This is Bryce Terang, 1 for 3. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Slider right there. 2 down, nobody on. Here the bottom of the 7th. That one to first. Can't hang on.
Save to first as they can't make the play. That's back-to-back singles for him. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
Well, Boo, here's someone we've been hyping up. One of the hottest bats in the league. But today, nada. Zip. 0.
The kick in the pitch. Runner goes. Runner into the outfield for a knock. And that moves the go-ahead run to scoring position with 2 gone.
2 consecutive base hits for this team. Now a good opportunity to potentially jump ahead in this game here in the later innings.
In there, and it's 0-1. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. 2 outs. Jackknife's out of the way. Swings and misses. Struck him out. They miss a big. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Abner Uribe.
Definitely a guy that pounds the strike zone, makes hitters earn their way on base, and rarely gets in trouble because of free passes. Right through there for a strike.
Strike 2. Goes down looking.
Good work to send it back to start the inning, and no messing around either. All 3 pitches were in the strike zone, attack mode all the way, and that's pretty impressive given the pop he was dealing with at the plate.
Tap to first. Gone. They put the cap on and that's out number 2. Now the third baseman, Brendan Donovan. That's off the mark, and it's 1-0. Ground ball to the middle. That's a base hit. So the go-ahead run is on base with a knock.
Just kept it simple. Played Pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
That one missing inside. That one is absolutely belted. Chorian, a long run for this one. Hops over the wall, and that's an automatic double. This is Willie Castro.
Right through there for a strike.
The Mariners with the go-ahead run at third, and we're at the top of the 8th. Late on that fastball.
More and more guys are looking to slug regardless of the count. In this situation, we'll keep a close eye on his support.
Got him looking. sheet. Here's the Brewers catcher now, William Contreras.
Back-to-back breaking pitches away, you get the feeling as a hitter that the pitcher's afraid of you, that he doesn't want to challenge you. So I think the confidence level is raised right here.
And another ball.
I almost feel like he's frustrated a little bit. He wants to be challenged.
Christian Yelich into Milwaukee on Dexter. Out towards right center field. O'Neill should have this one. He's got it. And there's one down. Here comes Christian Yelich, looking for his third home run of the game.
Yeah, he blasted his second of the game in the 6th inning. This guy looks like he's playing on beginner mode in this one.
Beginner mode is where it's at, Chris. Now the 0-1. And he swings through that one. Down the line. He's got it. And that quickly 2 away. Just off the inside edge. On the ground, right side. Castro sends it to first. And that is that. Gone in order. All set to start the 9th in this one. And stepping in for the Mariners, Tyler O'Neill. Right through there for a strike. Just missed. Is out of play. Comes up empty. The Kings down over there. Gets it. One away on the third strike.
He just ran out of patience though. He took a couple of pitches to even that count off with 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
Close, but called a ball. Ball 1.
Nope, that's a ball.
Ground ball to the right side. Vaughn takes it to the bag, and 2 away now. Cal Raleigh up next for the Mariners. Check swing, but he went too far. 1-1. Fastball for a strike. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Down, nobody on. Smoked on the ground a second. In time to bat. And the inning is over. It's the 9th. New arm out of the bullpen, Andres Munoz.
Well, walks have certainly been an issue for him this season, so we'll see what kind of command he has. right through there for a strike. No need to offer that pitch until you get to 2 strikes. It's just a low percentage of success when you want to try to go after that down and away pitch.
Check swing, went around, and the count is 0-2.
Oh, that's low. Inside, 0-2.
Next offering is downstairs. Joey Ortiz up next for the Brewers. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Well, that's a really dangerous base runner to put on first, especially in a tie game. Now there might be some consequences coming from that mistake.
Your base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get in the scoring position.
This is again 5 in a row. And an ABS challenge coming from behind the dish. It just shaved the zone. So they get to hang on to their second challenge. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. The Brewers with the go-ahead run at first. They're the last half of inning number 9. Ball misses outside. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Gabe Spire, the closer, is getting loose. Herrera also getting ready. Fights it off. We'll see another. And a 1-2 again. That one is absolutely belted. Very well.
Hitting a walk-off homer is the kind of thing you dream about growing up. You're in the backyard, you're creating the most pressure-packed scenario, and what do? You come through with the big swing. Well, he was living a childhood moment right there. Nice swing in the back. Nice win for the team.
5-3 final score in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire Live from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, MLB The Show has interleague action for you this afternoon. It's the Seattle Mariners and the Milwaukee Brewers. Alongside Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. And this is the rubber match, Siggy.
And these games can really shape your season, dude. You always want to come through when you have a chance to win a series. That'll boost confidence amongst the entire organization.
First pitch coming at you right after the break. Towing the slab in today's game, Robert Gasser. And Chris, he's a guy that gets better when things get tough.
Yeah, his batting average against is actually better when he's in a jam. So we'll see if he continues to dance his way out of danger.
Coming up on the first pitch, Taylor Ward getting ready to hit. And away we go here in Milwaukee. Strike two.
Nope. Ball one.
And there's a hit. And a board on the leadoff single. We know he's capable of hitting home runs, Chris. Nobody in the league has hit more. A foul ball, he stays alive. Fair ball. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Everything came together for him. Big rip off the bat there. Some seriously loud contact on that knob. Didn't bring in the run, but he got him that much closer to taking the lead here.
Julio Rodriguez will hit next.
He really needs to start making more contact. Striking out nearly twice in each of the last 5 games.
That one inside. And now it's even 1-1.
You know, he's been a tough out for a good stretch now. Pitchers just haven't been able to figure him out. He's been doing a really good job of getting on base as well. Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
Fights it off. You'll see another. The 1-2. Got him looking for the strikeout. And now he's a big first out. Looks out and thought that was a ball. And after looking, it was a ball. Good eye. So they still got both their challenges. Just off the inside corner. Look out now. Challenge from behind the dish here. And the call stands. Was indeed a ball. Still one challenge left for them. Payoff pitch. On the ground to third. Hamilton. Over to Toronto. A sensational double play.
What a smooth double play. That was a favorite movie from start to finish.
Ball one to the right fielder. O'Neill matched a homer in his last game. In the dirt, nice job behind the plate.
You don't want to run yourself out of an inning, so it's got to clearly get far enough away from the catcher if you're the runner at third, if not scoring.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Run scores easily, and it's 1-0.
Swing like that can help you come out of the struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
2 outs, runner at first. Here's Josh Naylor. 4 for 8 in the series so far. Yeah, foul ball.
Walk-off homers aren't just about the win you get in that game. As a player, it's about the confidence the manager is going to have in you in big spots. You can bet he's someone they'll look to in the future. Oh.
To the right side, Terang. The throw to first, inning over. Back here in Milwaukee, on the hill for the Mariners, Trevor Rogers. And for whatever reason, he's been more effective on the road like this than at home, Chris.
Boog, I really think he likes being the villain. This is a guy that seems like he thrives off of the negative energy in those away ballparks and gets better the more hostile the crowd gets. So whatever the reason is, he's got good stuff combined with the right type of attitude, and I think that's why he's been so effective away from home this season.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Ball. That's inside. That's a ball.
Hard ground ball, base pass. And the tying run is on base. Jackson Chourio up now for the Brewers. Good power. Not great in the OBP department. Swinging a foul straight back. Yoan. Runner takes off. And there's a foul ball.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Kicks away from the catcher. No advance ball. Terang gets his lead at first. Nobody out. In the air, right field. 1 away. Let's take a look at the Brewers lineup. And a big part of it, a guy with a great track record, Gary Sanchez. Runner on the move, pitching for a strike. And safe. It's a stolen base. Swings through that one for strike 2. 1 out, the runner at second here in the rubber match of this 3-game series.
Outside.
That one almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Got him looking. He's got to be frustrated with that call. Bowers thought that one missed, and here comes the challenge. Good eye at the plate. They'll overturn the call. They'll keep their remaining challenge. And it's second. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Wow, it can be so tough as a hitter to pull yourself out of an extended slump, one that lasts for several games, even a week or more. Well, right now, he's really in one, so I'm sure his mind is all over the place, racing, having a hard time sleeping, trying to figure out what can get him back on track, back to feeling more comfortable and settled in the box.
And this one could be extra bases. Terang rounds third, headed to the plate. He'll score.
trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Here's Yelich at the dish. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. Yelich went deep twice in his last game. Late on that fastball.
All you got to do is concentrate and execute this next pitch. Get yourself out of the jam, back into the dugout.
Oh, that's off the plate.
Tied up here in the early going. That one misses. And now 3-2.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch.
Rodriguez hustles to get it. Lead runner to second with 2 gone. High fly ball lifted into the air right field. And that's the inning. But the RBI single pushes across a run. All even at 1 apiece. Back here at American Family Field. And stepping in for the Mariners, J.P. Crawford.
Looks like he's just sizing him up there. Really good pitch to hit, but he took it all the way. Sometimes guys just want to set their timing. Later on in the game, that may be a pitch that he turns on.
I thought that was a strike, and here's a challenge. It just shaved his zone. So they get to hang on to their second challenge. And the sweeper is off the plate. And foul ball. The other way. It's a leap for grab for the out.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Hard on the ground to first. Bowers takes it himself. 2 up, 2 down in the top of the second. Two outs, base is empty. Randy Arozarena up next for the Mariners. Ground ball right side, and it stays fair. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive. Out to short, Ortiz. The first, and that is the 3rd out of the inning. We go to the bottom of the second, tied at 1. Back here in Milwaukee, bottom half of inning number 2, Garrett Mitchell up now for the Brewers.
Outside, that's the
Catcher
ball.
challenge, we'll take another look. 3 pills, but it was a ball. That knocks them down to 1 challenge left.
Hey!
1-1 now.
Right through there for a strike.
That's a ball.
Next pitch is downstairs. That one misses, so a leadoff walk. belted. Ward ranging back. Out of here. A two-run blast. Home run number 10 of the year. And they jump ahead in the second. It's 3-1.
That's a fun way to take the lead. Just hit one out of the park. That's just a great feeling as a hitter. You let the ball travel, tracked it pretty nicely. He's almost beat there, but he gets the bat head in time, and it's true enough to stay fair. And that's a good feeling when you can hit an opposite field home run, and he did it right there.
Next to hit, Luis Lara. Gets under it and pops it up. Donovan. And there's one down.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it. Just got underneath it a little bit and popped it up.
There's a strike. He's one of the best players in baseball at driving in runs, Chris. His RBI totals this season rank him in the top 10. On the ground, right side. 2 down. Up now for Milwaukee, Jackson Chourio. He's 0 for 1.
Just look at his recent stretch of games. He's done a good job of getting hits with runners in scoring position. This guy's delivering hits when his team needs him most.
0-1.
Big swing and a miss. Bases empty, 2 away, but 2 runs are in bottom half of inning number 2. Set down on strikes. That was pretty nasty. 2 runs for Milwaukee on the dinger. It's now a 3-1 ball game. And we're back. Who doesn't love a rubber match, Siggy? This game is big for both these teams. It's early, but we have a tight one so far.
Yeah, Berg, anytime you're trying to take a series, there's a little extra juice in the dugout. Everyone wants that edge.
Ward not happy about that call. Now here's the challenge. And that one was indeed a strike. So they're now out of challenge.
0-2 count, both pitches on the inside part of the plate. Hitter is thinking, I don't want to get beat here. This is a good time for something off speed away.
Drill out towards left center field. Mitchell really on his horse for it. Makes the catch, 1 down.
They trust him in center field because he's capable of making plays on the run, and you saw it right there. That's a player you want patrolling center field. Someone who can attack the ball off the bat.
Raleigh, and it with 1 down, takes the strike. Next offering is foul back. Up the middle. Oh, look at the stop. Fires to first. It's there, and that's a great play. Fly ball pretty well struck out towards right center. That's back there. Out of here. Into the visitors' bullpen. Homer number 25 of the year, and they cut into the deficit.
His confidence is through the roof with the way he's been swinging it lately. He's on a really good run. That's an impressive swing of the bat to go over the wall to the opposite field gap. And, there are a lot of guys that just don't have the pop to do that, and probably just as many who don't have the approach either. He let that ball travel, and he got great extension on the follow-through to drive it out of here.
Here's Tyler O'Neill. Hard hit left side. Zips it across, and O'Neill is retired. And that's the inning. Seattle gets a little closer on this solo homer. It's now a 3-2 ball game. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been playing well. To the right side, and it goes just foul. Zingy, he's leading the way at the moment with the most home runs in the league.
Ball one.
On the ground right side, Castro throws to first. One gone, bottom of the third inning.
Hey.
Sanchez measures 6 feet 2 inches, batting in the cleanup spot, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. Strike 2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Ball. That pitch is out.
Out towards right center field. O'Neill has a beat on it. 2 away now. And now it's Christian Yelich. Picked up a base hit to center his first time up. That one's in there. It's 0-1. Drilled out towards left center field. That one carrying. And an automatic double as it hops the fence.
That was loud contact and a no doubt double off the bat. I didn't know it was going to land in the bullpen though, and he's really improving his accuracy out there. It's almost like he tried to do it.
This one in the air center field. Rodriguez should have this one. And that is that. Back here at American Family Field. And stepping in for the Mariners, Josh Naylor. Line to second, snagged on the bounce. Terang over to first in time. 1 pitch and 1 out.
Be creative pitching against bad ball hitters. You got to add some velocity, subtract at times. Just avoiding the heart of the plate isn't always going to be enough. Guys like this can hurt you with pitches you wouldn't expect him to swing at.
And the tying run is on base.
Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
Looked like a strike to me, and here comes the challenge. It just gave me goal. They'll keep their remaining challenge. Next offering is fouled back. Tying run is at first. Top half of inning number 4. field. Mitchell fires it in, and that forces the runner to hold on at second. 2 on with 1 away. Digging in, Randy Arozarena. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Pitch misses inside. Ball 1.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
2 on, 1 out. And that one's a little bit low. And now 3-0.
A rare 3-ball count here. He's been throwing strikes all day. Got to be ready to hit if you're in the box.
Pitch is in for a strike. And now 3-0. Fouled off. He was late. And a payoff pitch. He fouls it off. Will do it again. Runners at first and second with 1 gone. That ball is fouled, and the pressure is building. In there, Sexton down on strike. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that. Gold slowly to first. Bauer takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Mariners lead a couple. They trail it 3-2. Back here in Milwaukee, bottom 4, Garrett Mitchell. Up now for the Brewers. And that one ripped to left. It's hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Challenged him with the fastball right in the heart of the zone, and he was clearly ready to jump all over it. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Up. They're at first and second with nobody out.
I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
Laura, the next to hit, takes low for a ball. And another ball.
No, that pitch not even close. A 2-0 count now. He can't be over-aggressive. He's got to make sure that pitch is right on a tee for him.
2-0. Just missed. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Dean Kramer, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Ferrer, the lefty, warming up as well. First and second go out. Here in the bottom of the 4th. That's in there. That's strike 1. And they're all loaded up.
Well, the stage has been set for this offense, crew. It's all about creating opportunities, and this is one of them right here.
And here comes the Mariners manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. That'll be it for Trevor Rogers. And this is one he'd like to forget. Back with a new arm after this. Dean Kramer on to pitch out of the pen here.
Really tough spot to come into out of the bullpen. Bases loaded with multiple outs to get in a tight ball game. A lot can happen right here. The opportunity for a huge inning exists right here. Bases loaded, nobody out. But as a hitter, can't be over anxious. That pitcher's up against the wall. Make him come to you.
Always 2 now.
That's a really good job of laying off the 0-2 high fastball. It's going to make that pitcher really have to respect his hitter, even though he's behind the count.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Huge. big spot, and here comes Jackson Churio.
Nope. Ball 1.
He's looking for a ground ball to get a double play and out of this jam.
Still loaded and still only one away.
Well, he comes through clutch with the RBI single. That was big. Just a solid swing there for him. Out of that bound, whipped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
Swings through that one. Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into right field. One runs in. The second run scores. It's a two-run single, and they're up by 4.
Well, he was a little off balance. He got the front foot down, but it was so great at keeping the hands back and allow him still to get good grip to this baseball. Big one there as he drives in a couple of runs.
Gary Sanchez. Swinging a ground ball and foul ball. Comes the 0-1. High fly ball down the left field line. Way back there. Foul ball. There's a line drive to left field. He makes the grab. Runner tags from third. He's in on the sac fly, and the lead is up to 5.
That play really shows how important it is to hit the cutoff man. Looked like he tried to throw through and get the runner at home, but it backfired, and it ended up costing them a run. I remember my rookie year overthrowing a cutoff man. Didn't last long before I was pulled aside by him.
Now this ball is well hit. This one's got a chance. Oh, he can't bring it in. Headed to the plate. He'll score, and it's now a 6-run lead. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down. And it's like he's moving in full speed and everybody is a step or two behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that he is seeing it like a beach ball.
Runner at third, 2 gone. Now it's the shortstop, Joey Ortiz. There to center, and that'll do it. So 5 runs in the inning as they bat around. We're headed to the 5th. It's the Brewers 8 and the Mariners 2. Welcome back to the ballpark as we check out the current playoff picture. That's a fair ball. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. The relay throw. Not in time. That's a leadoff double.
Well, here we are, third time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
They've got a potent lineup, and when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. Now this one gets away from the catcher. Ward up to third on the wild pitch.
Even with the good secondary lead, sometimes it's hard to see just how far that ball's gotten away from the catcher, and if you can make it to third base pretty much standing up. Well, that time, he seemed to have a pretty good read, gets to third safely, and now he's just 90 feet away from scoring.
Good job to fight that one off. Out towards right center field. Pours it in on the run. And there's one down. Julio Rodriguez up next for the Mariners. He's already homered in this game. He's one of the best players in baseball at driving in runs, Chris. His RBI totals this season ranked him in the top 10. One away with a runner at third. We're at the top of the fifth. The 1-1 is fouled off. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. And that's done for the strikeout.
Got him out on the front foot. Couldn't keep the hands back long enough and played right into the hands of the pitcher.
Well, just take a look at his last week plus, and you'll see he's been very active in these games. He seems to score a run every night.
That one hammered, but pulled foul. The 1-1. Two outs with a runner at third. A little bit low. High fly ball, right field. Lara settles under it. And that is that. Mariners lead one, and it's still 8-2. We head to the bottom of the fifth. This offense has lifted them to a lead with plenty of hits so far in this one as we look at the spray chart.
Yeah, it looks like they've been spreading it out pretty well in this one, Boog. Spraying the ball all over the yard. Good team effort at the dish.
Mitchell in the box as he fouls off the first pitch.
Well, these Brewers really impressing me with the quality of their bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work.
It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in. So I'd say mission accomplished.
Swing and a chopper out to short. Now the throw to first on the run. Nicely done for the out.
Anytime you can put 8 runs up on the board at this point in the game, you know there have been some really good approaches at the plate, and clearly they're a confident lineup right now.
Hamilton in the box again. Takes the strike. The Brewers up big in this one. Last half of inning number 5. Out to short. Dives and he can't hang on. And he'll just lead it. So that's an infield foul. That one is absolutely belted. Carrying well. See you later. He muscles that one out of here. His second of the year. And they throw a pair on the board. It's 10-2.
First pitch hacking, and it paid off for him in a big way.
Love to see a hitter aggressive on the first pitch of an at-bat. You watch him from the on-deck circle, so when you step in the box, you're ready to pull the trigger wherever it's at. Really good job by the hitter. Total conviction on that swing.
And here comes the Mariners manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Dean Kramer departs. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound. Jose A. Ferrer on to pitch here.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
Back to the top of the Milwaukee order. Bryce Terang digs in down. That one finds the zone. 0-1. He knows his way around the bases, Chris. Nobody in the league has scored more runs this year. Fouls one off. 2-2. That one missed. And down on strikes he goes. Now 2 out. In there at the knees for a strike.
You know, his home run numbers in his last 10 games have been really good. He's been a difference maker in their lineup.
Two down, nobody on. Line drive to the next base hit on the center field. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive. Now here's Jake Bowers. And a foul ball. Deal 1. Foul ball there. The kick in the pitch. Runner goes. In the dirt. Blocked by the catcher. And he steals second base without a throw. Swings through it for the count. They limit the damage here. 2 runs for Milwaukee on the dinger. It's now a 10-2 ball game. You're watching Brewers baseball on the show, Wisconsin. Welcome back. A few highlights to help tell the story of the game. So digging in, Josh Naylor.
Probably the best one we have seen. Throwing it where he wanted to, have a nice tight spin to it, and a teaser just off the edge of the plate.
Chopper right side. Turan tosses to first, and that's 1 out as they get the leadoff hitter in the 6th. Out to short, Ortiz. Slings to first. 2 quick outs to open the top of the 6th.
Good fade and sinking action of that changeup. Got that hitter to roll over.
2 down, bases empty. This is Willie Castro. 1 for 2.
When you get ahead in the count, there's no doubt that the success rate goes up, and that's what he's been doing. It's made a big impact for him in recent games.
Hit on the ground to short. Ortiz fires over to first, and the Mariners set down 1-2-3. It's the Brewers 10 and the Mariners 2. Welcome back to this rubber match. A bit of a blowout at this point, but plenty of game left.
Comeback story on tap. Everyone loves some drama down the stretch. You win this one, you leave the park feeling like you accomplished something special.
First pitch way inside a fastball. The lefty, the 1-0. Ferrer goes 6'1". This is his 60th appearance of the year, and they went out and made a trade for him last season. Rip, but it curls foul. The 2-1. That's a little bit low. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup. That one ripped left field. That's back. bases. And he starts the bottom of the sixth with a double.
This was a really nice swing. Didn't quite get enough behind it to get it out of here, but once it got over his head in left field, it was extra bases all the way.
He's got a single, a double, and a triple in this game. A home run bets him the cycle. Rodriguez takes it in for the out. One down.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Stop sign goes up at third. Runners at the corners with one out.
Here's the ball. It's hit right back up the middle. Clearly a base hit. And that's one of those where you expect the guy from second to score.
And the batter now, Garrett Mitchell.
They're being real aggressive to put some runs on the board, get two runners now in the scoring position. Excellent job of stealing second base and staying out of a potential double play. Now that can kind of backfire and kill your rally, but it worked out nicely. Now a chance to do some damage.
2 on, 1 out.
That's out.
It's a big opportunity right here, but I love the way he's slowing the game down. He's shrinking his zone, making sure he gets the pitch that he wants to hit.
And that one ripped to left. That's a base hit as a run scored. The relay, and he's out.
Well, clearly being aggressive on the bases right there, trying to add on to that big lead. Credit to the defense, though. Nice execution to cut him down at the plate. Man, it's good to see they're still out there trying to make plays for their pitcher.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Jose A. Ferrer out of the game. Edward Bizardo gets handed the rock out of the pen.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
And first offering is fouled off. Two outs. That one's in there. That is strike two. Here's a rip to short, but he's there for the third out. Brewers strand a couple, and the lead stays at 8. It's 10-2. Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming schedule. So the Brewers bring on a new pitcher from the pen, Antonio Senzatella. He's making his second appearance of the season.
Nope, that's the ball. Nope, that's down.
Big at bat right here. He did the team thing, took until he got a strike. Now he's got to go to work, shorten up that swing a little bit, do whatever it takes to get on base.
Ripped on a line to center. And there's 2 away. So back to the top of the order. Taylor Ward up next for the Mariners. A former first-round pick, and he's really turned into a nice everyday player. That one the other way, and that is that. Mariners down in order, and the deficit stays at 8. It's 10-2. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. Movement in the bullpen. Bryce Miller up and loosening in the pen. Zulueta also throwing. This one in the air center field. Rodriguez on his way over, and there's 1 away. Safely, it's a double and his second hit. Man, Siggy, he hit that ball right on the sweet spot. According to StatCast, the exit below 110 miles an hour.
Yeah, Boog, I mean, that right there is an absolute missile. And he just put a great swing on it, squared it up.
Runner takes off for third. That's it for a strike. Throw to third, and he's in there easily. And that's another stolen base for the league leader.
They're merciless. I'd say a questionable decision to steal third right there with the big lead. Probably won't be received well in the other dugout.
And the 0-1. Gets it to first. Fine play in the hole for the out. 2 outs, base is empty. Next for the Brewers, Jake Bauer.
Wow, just a beautiful backdoor slider right there. If you got any chance of hitting that pitch, you have to wait for the absolutely last millisecond. Just a tough pitch to hit, and not an easy one to throw either.
That's a hit. And that extends the inning for Gary Sanchez.
That's a ball.
Out to short, and he can't connect with it. Gets off the throw. He missed the throw, but it's not in time. A tough play, and now there are runners at first and second. Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Edward Bizardo. Yasver Zulueta takes over on the mound.
He's averaging more than 1 hit allowed per inning pitched this season, and that's not where you want to be at all. So we'll see how he does here.
Now it's Christian Yelich. Two on, 2 outs. This one ripped, but foul to the right. Here's a 1-1. And a base hit up the middle. Coming home. Runner from second crosses the plate. Now a wide throw to third. Runner on the goal. Strike in there. And that's a stolen base, not even close. Down the line, and he can't quite get there It's a foul ball. Field 2. Up the middle. Drives, but it kicks off his glove. In comes the runner from third. It's an RBI single, and they extend their lead. So they're at the corners now. Next for Milwaukee, Garrett Mitchell. Here's the pitch. Runner goes. Line drive, and that'll do it. They strike for 3 runs on 5 hits, no errors, and a couple. Back here at American Family Field, let's check out some notable MVP candidates so far this season. This one in the air, center field. Mitchell under it. And there's one down. On the line, base hit. Dead at first. And now, Tyler O'Neill. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2. Rodriguez leads off first with 1 away. Got him swinging for the strikeout. The high heat, too much on that one.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
That's a ball. That's Bolton.
Here's a 2-1. And it's fouled away. The M's with a lot of ground to make up. And we're in the top of the 8th. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Here's Rodriguez trying to score. He will score. And it's 13-3.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
J.P. Crawford gets a chance to hit. Runner at second, 2 down. Pulled hard, but it's a foul ball. Swing, and this one's bounced to the ground. Throw over to Bowers. That is the inning. So they pick up a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. The Brewers lead this one 13-3. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Bryce Miller.
And compared to a lot of other relievers, strikeouts have not been a big weapon for him this year, so the defense should be active.
That's out to center field. And there's one down.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
That one fouled off. Strike 2. Action in the bullpen for Seattle. Matt Brash, a right-hander with big strikeout stuff, is getting it fired up.
That's a ball.
The Brewers up big in this one. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Up the middle. Lays out. But he can't squeeze it. Great effort, but no throw. That's an infield single. This is Bryce Terang. Here's the pitch. Runner on the go. Pitch in for a strike. Saves it second and easily steals the bat. Hammered down the right side, the foul. 1 out and a runner at second. Kickoff throw. Lara back in on a dive. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. And it's second. It's off the inside corner. And that's ball 1.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking it back. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
On the ground, Castro tosses to first. That's the 3rd out. Inning over. We go to the 9th. Now it's the second baseman, Willie Castro. On a line. That's a fair ball, and it's getting into the corner. And the 9th inning starts with a double.
Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get.
Drills out towards left center field. That's well struck. That one carrying. And out of here. Randy Arozarena hits one out. And they throw a pair on the board.
Randy Arozarena could probably run the bases blindfolded with the amount of home runs he hits.
Now the third baseman, Brendan Donovan. 0 for 3 in this one.
Oh, that's low.
Nobody on, nobody out. A pair of runs across in the inning. You're in the top of the 9th. This one chopped up the middle. Terang over to first in time. Now one gone in the 9th. Liner, out second.
That ball was scorched, an absolute missile, and it almost becomes self-defense as the fielder. When one of those things comes screaming towards you, watch your lips.
Rowley stands in here. Tried to hold back his swing there, but went around. Mitchell in position. Makes the catch. And the Brewers with the rubber match of this 3-game series.
Walker's first-year save deserves to be on display at his house. I mean, it's kind of like when a restaurant brings its first dollar bill somewhere on a wall. You just can't forget your first save.